All right, good morning, students. This is Mr. Golumbos. Today we are looking at freedom of movement and phase changes. What the question for this chapter is, what could cause a liquid to change into gas? The answer is energy. What can cause molecules' freedom of movement to change? It's energy being transferred in and out of the system. When energy is transferred in, let's do the one on the left in the green. When energy is transferred out of the system, the substance cools down and the molecules move slower. This is freezing when a liquid turns into a solid, or condensing, which is when gases turn into liquids. But when energy is transferred into this substance, the substance will heat up and the molecules will move faster. This could be through evaporating when a liquid turns into a gas, or through melting when a solid turns into a liquid. Let's look at this on a diagram. When energy is transferred to or from a substance, it can change the molecule's freedom of movement. So, in this diagram, we can see that energy is being transferred into and out of the substance. Remember, the molecules all have different shapes. In a solid, the molecules are moving in place. In a liquid, the molecules are moving around each other. In a gas, the molecules are moving away from each other. When energy is transferred into the substance, it allows molecules that are moving in place to move around each other, which is called melting. And then when we put even more energy into the system, it allows molecules that are moving around each other to move away from each other through evaporating. When we take energy out of the system, molecules that are moving away from each other will move around each other through condensing. And after they move around each other, they will move in place. This is called freezing. So when we're working with the simulation, we can also use this view kinetic energy tool. Remember, when you show kinetic energy, the molecules will become different shades of yellow. A dark gray color means there's a very low kinetic energy, and when there's a light yellow color, it means there's a lot of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy that an object has because it is moving. So if I go all the way back up, a solid where the molecules are moving in place will have low kinetic energy because it's not moving at all. Or it is moving, but it's moving very little, versus a gas will have a lot of movement, so it will have a lot of kinetic energy. Liquid, which is moving around each other, will have some kinetic energy. Temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. The higher the temperature is, the more energy it has, the more movement it will have too. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of the molecules of a substance. Transferring energy to a substance increases the kinetic energy of the substance's molecules and its temperature. Transferring energy from a substance decreases the kinetic energy of that substance's molecules and decreases its temperature. So once again, energy is transferred into the system, the molecules move faster, and it gets hotter. When energy is transferred out of the system, the molecules move they move less and less and move closer together, and they will become cooler. Let's do some practice questions. Lily is doing a science experiment with a substance in a sealed jar. At first, the substance's molecules are moving around each other. What will happen to Lily's substance if she transfers energy into the substance and causes a phase change? After the phase change, the substance's molecules will move. Anne measured the temperature of a pond near his house. Before he left for school, the water was 18 degrees Celsius. When he came home from school, the temperature of the pond was higher than it was in the morning. What happened to the water molecules while he was at school? Scientists digging in a cave found an unknown substance. The scientists found that the substance's molecules were moving around each other. The scientists increased the speed of the substance's molecules and caused a phase change. How did the scientists do this? How did this affect the substance? The scientists transferred energy blank. What happens to molecules when their kinetic energy decreases? Great job. Those are the practice questions. I hope you have a good day.